45 facts about polar bears that you probably don't know. Invisible fur. Despite their white appearance, a polar bear's fur is actually transparent and hollow. It only appears white because it reflects visible light. Polar bears are marine mammals. While they spend much of their time on land, polar bears are classified as marine mammals because they rely heavily on the ocean for their food and habitat. Skin is black. Underneath their thick coat, polar bears have black skin. This helps them absorb heat from the sun's rays, a crucial adaptation in their cold environment. Excellent swimmers. Polar bears are known to swim vast distances, sometimes over 60 miles without rest, using their large front paws to paddle and hind legs to steer. Their sense of smell is incredible. A polar bear can sniff out a seal's breathing hole from more than half a mile away and can detect a seal under 3 feet of compacted snow. Mating behaviors. During the mating season, males can travel very long distances in search of females, and fights between males for mating rights are often intense and can lead to serious injuries. Highly insulated. Their blubber, up to 4.5 inches thick, along with their fur, provides excellent insulation, almost completely preventing body heat loss. Polar bears are cannibalistic. In harsh conditions, especially due to scarcity of food, adult bears might resort to cannibalism, often targeting cubs. Long fasting periods. Polar bears can fast for up to 8 months during summer and autumn when they cannot hunt for seals due to melted sea ice. Paw pads with grip. Their paws are designed for Arctic life, with small bumps and cavities, providing a better grip on the ice. Largest land carnivore. The polar bear is the largest land carnivore, with adult males weighing between 900 and 1,600 pounds, sometimes reaching up to 10 feet in length. Unique hunting method. They practice a method called still hunting, where they wait patiently for hours by seals' breathing holes and attack when a seal surfaces. They can overheat. Despite the cold habitat, polar bears can overheat, especially when they run. Not true hibernators. While polar bears do enter a state of lowered metabolism during times of food scarcity, they are not true hibernators. Cubs are born blind and toothless. Polar bear cubs are born extremely small, blind, and toothless. They rely entirely on their mother for warmth and food. Strong social bonds. Mother polar bears show strong affection and care for their cubs, often nursing and protecting them for over 2 years. Variation in diet. Besides seals, polar bears also eat walruses, bird eggs, and sometimes vegetation when other food sources are scarce. Sensitive nose pads. The nose pads of a polar bear are as sensitive as human fingertips, aiding them in exploring and hunting in their environment. Polar bears can walk silently. Despite their size, polar bears can tread almost noiselessly, a crucial skill for sneaking up on their prey. Their fur is water repellent. To prevent them from getting cold after swimming, a polar bear's fur repels water, allowing them to shake dry quickly. Adaptation to cold water. They have a special nictitating membrane, or a third eyelid, that helps protect their eyes underwater. Can sprint up to 25 meters. Despite their large size, polar bears can run as fast as 25 miles per hour on land for short distances. Very strong. Polar bears are incredibly strong and have been known to break ice several inches thick with a single blow from their paw. Distinctive footprints. Each bear's footprint is unique, making it possible for experts to identify individual bears by their tracks. Ability to delay implantation. After mating, a female polar bear can delay the implantation of her embryo until she is in good physical condition. Temperature regulation. To avoid overheating, polar bears regulate their body temperature by panting like a dog and using their wide, flat paws to dissipate heat. Polar bear highways. Over generations, polar bears have created paths, known as polar bear highways, across the Arctic, used by many bears over the years. Surviving without water. Polar bears rarely drink water. They obtain most of the water they need from the metabolic breakdown of their food, mainly fat. Distinct vocalizations. They communicate using various sounds, including growls, chuffs, and roars, each with different meanings. Lifespan. In the wild, polar bears live about 15 and 18 years, but in captivity, they can live up to 30 years. Unique hunting adaptations. Polar bears have small bumps on their feet, called papillae, which help prevent slipping on the ice when chasing prey. Wide home ranges. Some polar bears have home ranges of over 135,000 square miles, equivalent to about half the size of Texas. Playful nature. They are one of the few large mammals to engage in play throughout their entire lives, often seen playing with objects like barrels or buoys. Use of tools. There are rare documented cases of polar bears using tools, such as blocks of ice, to kill prey. Inquisitive and intelligent. Polar bears are known for their curiosity and intelligence, often exploring and manipulating objects in their environment, showing problem-solving abilities. Polar bear cubs learn by mimicking. Much like human children, polar bear cubs learn essential survival skills by imitating their mother's actions, including hunting techniques and how to swim. No two hunting grounds are the same. Each polar bear tends to have its own preferred hunting ground, which they return to each year, showing a remarkable memory for locations and routes. Polar bears can dive. They are capable of diving underwater for up to 2 minutes when hunting, a skill not commonly associated with large land mammals. Hygienic behaviors. Polar bears often clean themselves by rolling in the snow, which helps maintain the cleanliness of their fur, important for thermal insulation. Communication through scent. Polar bears use scent for communication, especially during the mating season, when males can track females over long distances due to their scent. Adaptation to salty waters. Although they prefer fresh water, polar bears are adapted to living in cold, salty waters, including the ability to filter salt from seawater. Evolution. DNA studies suggest that polar bears may have evolved from brown bears relatively recently, about 150,000 years ago, making them an interesting example of rapid adaptation to extreme environmental conditions. Age of maturity. Polar bears reach sexual maturity at about 4 to 5 years of age, but many do not start reproducing until later due to territorial requirements and social hierarchy. Intelligence. Polar bears show a high level of intelligence and learning ability. For example, they can open closed containers or find new ways to access food. No natural enemies. Adult polar bears have no natural predators except for other polar bears. Cubs, however, can fall prey to wolves and other carnivores. If you are into animals, like and subscribe for more. Bonus facts can be found on our social media